Cheers, people. What's up? I'm Renn. This is The Machine. And once again, we are here in the backyard. All right, so I just got through hooking up this tape measure to this piece of barbed wire on this fence at the back of the property. And we're going to find out where the center is. We know already I've measured, and that belt in the tree there is halfway in the yard, side to side. And I wanted to find out where this plot was between this stand of trees here, because that's going to ultimately determine, how much of this plot is in the sunlight at any given time. And so, after doing this last week, and again this week, it seems like what we've got is basically 144 feet to 145 feet to right here where this old fence post was, and this other old tree. So it's almost like somebody's done this before. So anyway, now we know that 72 feet is going to be about the center of the yard. Now I'm doing this because initially I thought about putting it over here, but these are large trees, and those are large trees, and the sun does get pretty far to the north during the summer. Now I don't want the shade from those to fall in the garden, so I figured the best place to put it's right smack in the middle of the yard. That way those trees can't shade it. I don't know, it's going to be October, November, so basically past the growing season anyway. So anyway, that puts us right here at 72 feet where I've got all this stuff. And that brings us to, got my hammer, my string, my line level, my gloves, and some stakes. So we know we're going to start from here. I'm going to lay these stakes out. All right, so what I did was I measured, and I wound up from this outside corner to the edge of the yard. This way was 55 feet. And we go 16 feet to this post, and then I measured that post to the yard line, and that was 65 feet. So, and I've already measured between these posts to establish that there's 65 feet between them. So now all I have to do is, since there's 10 feet difference, all I have to do is move all three of these stakes down 5 feet, and I will have established the middle of the yard. And I will do that with those as well, and I'll get right back with you. All right, so I am losing light fast here, but there it is. There is the northwest corner, the southwest corner, right in the middle of the yard. And I've measured. I'm a little bit further south than I'd initially talked about, because we were going to put it over this way. But for the next part where the leveling comes in, it's awfully deep through here. It's going to require a little bit more out of me. It's more level here. The grass is greener with the little bit of rain that we just got. We just got a little shower. So that means this is going to retain a little bit more water. And I don't anticipate this tree or that one being an issue for really too much longer. And this being the reason on this one. See, this thing here is, it's diseased and everything else. Mostly hollow. Most of it's gone on this side. We're looking through there with daylight. So I mean, this tree has just been hammered over the years. I mean, it's been a pain in the ass. So I mean, it's given this house a lot of shade. This house is almost 100 years old. These trees have given it a lot of shade, but this one's just about done. So anyway, you know, I think it's interesting that the measurements I've been taking are all winding up on these pre-established boundary lines. And if we come out over here, see, this is the northeast corner stake. Northeast corner stake, southeast corner stake, and then just a few feet past that, what's this? It's an old fence post. So somebody had a fence right here where I've established this one to be. So that's twice, you know. So yeah, people have been using this property for a lot of different things over the last 100 years, and seems like we all have some commonalities. But anyway, so you see I'm about to lose the sun there behind those trees, so I might have to finish this laying out the string work tomorrow. But this is it. Now this is just the room that my nets will protect. This isn't necessarily how big I'm going to make the garden beds. This is just what I can protect with the nets that I have. Like I said, I'm doing this all for free. So the next step is to lay out the perimeters of this thing, so when I start bringing in wood chips, we'll know where they go. All right, and there it is, laid out. Off into the distance goes that line, goes this line. And there it is. So the next phase is getting some mulch in here, or some shredded trees, something to that effect. Anyway, but we're losing light, so it's going to have to wait till tomorrow. All right, changing the location of this bed to right in the center of this backyard area is also going to make it easier in the future. If I plan on expanding, I'll know that this is right in the center of the plot. I can just work off of that rather than having to do all these measurements again. I'll know that's been done, it's plotted, and I can just move out from here. But I am, I don't know, right about in the center of that 65-foot by 16-foot area, which is what I just plotted out. It's hard to see those stakes. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Next step, tree mulch. All right, so it is the next day, and what I have done is I just got through going around here. When I set these lines up, I did it with a line level, and with some of the distances I'm getting from the string to the ground, I wanted to make sure that I had it right, so I just used another level to check it, and it's right. So what I've come to find is that right here is about the average shallowest depth between the top of the ground and the string, and that's right at 6 inches, and that's about the bed depth that I want for this foundation. And the reason I'm going to build a foundation for these beds is because this property is, you know, about 100 years old now, and it's been used for a lot of different things. And one of those things was as a truck parking lot. And when I say truck, I mean semis. So what they did is they just brought a bunch of just crappy, you know, soil with asphalt and stuff like that in here, and just kind of did a quick and dirty fill. You can see how the land is raised up a little bit and then it falls off as it goes to the neighbor's yard. But anyway, there's a lot of surface rocks and stuff like that, and not only that, but the ground itself is just you know, it's subpar, really. I mean, look at these cracks. It hasn't rained in a while here, you know, but you know, those are large cracks. And to give you an idea, some of the stuff that's right at the soil level, at the top of the soil, here it is. I mean, this is a, you know, big old chunk of asphalt right here at ground level, and even more. You can see the size of this just right there at ground level. So there's really not a lot of good topsoil. So that leaves me with some of the deeper distances. If it's 6 inches over there, that string, and I have checked, this is about 9, something like that. But anyway, so what I'm going to have to do is fill this in and also build up the soil as best I can without spending a lot of money. So to that end, this morning, what I've done is gone to get some mulch, and so far I've got 5 loads, and they're down here, and this is 5 truckloads, my pickup truck bed full. So you can see the depth that needs to be and the size of these piles. So that being 5 piles, and that took me, luckily I live very, very close to the city mulch site. So depending on what kind of traffic I run into over there, I'm making round trips, getting loaded, which they use a front end loader to load me, but I have to unload this with a shovel by myself. And I'm making round trips in about 45 minutes. So I got 5 of these earlier today, and it was getting really busy over there and super dusty. And I want to see how far these 5 loads get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake these in down to this line and see what kind of coverage I get with these 5 loads. I'm starting here at the deep end because I like to save the best for last, and I'll work my way towards the shallower end because this end will fill up faster than that western end. So I'll do this last. But anyway, I'm gonna go rake that in and see what I wind up with. All right, it took me, I don't know, 30-45 minutes, but there that is. See if you can get an idea of the thickness of that stuff. But just in case you can't, I've set up a tape measure, and it does not lie. So see if I can get it in there. 10-inch mark probably in this corner. Now, keeping in mind that there's no kill like overkill, that was 5 loads, and by my rough estimation, it's going to take 20 more to finish this out. Having said that, I've been at it for, well, since like 9 this morning, and it's like 3 now. So I'm done. I gotta go get cleaned up, get this edited. I will talk to you all later. If you're growing, hope you're kicking ass. If you're not growing, hope you start soon. Cheers, people. Later.